Hello and welcome to Peachy Podcast, a show that delves into the lives and careers of a variety of different people across all fields. Today we've got Tamara Sharpe, 24-year-old actress, model, and also former client of mine. How are you doing, Tara?
I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good indeed. And I've just noticed there as well, I pronounced your name Tara, not it's Tamara, isn't it? Of course it's Tamara. By the way, plenty of those jokes coming up today. So start off with the first question. Very much ideal night in, keep it COVID friendly. So what kind of drink would you have? What kind of takeaway would you have? And also, what kind of movie / TV show would you watch?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I usually go for an Italian.
Ooh.
And a green tea. Green tea would be nice.
Healthy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of cheese, a lot of mac and cheese.
Good choice. Good
Got
choice.
to have a lot of mac and cheese. Oh God, TV series or movie? Probably say like a really gritty drama, maybe like I don't know, like a police drama or Strange Things, something like that.
Excellent, love it, absolutely brilliant. Well, my movie would definitely be The Day After Tomorrow. Had to get that in there. Great. So that's pretty much full-on healthy aside from the cheese. That's brilliant. Mine's a full-on dirty takeaway. I said last week my film would be 28 Days Later. I'll stick to The Day After Tomorrow to keep it sort of, keep it on the ball. And the drink would be 12 pints of Stella. No, it wouldn't. I can't drink. So the next question, the big one, how did you become a model and actor?
I've always been like a creative person, like from a very young age, and I did like loads of dance classes, acting classes, singing classes. I did loads of like played instruments and stuff when I was in primary school, and then I went to performing arts school in London, and it just started off from there really. And my mum found like some like extra agencies that I started to join. I was already part of like an acting agent that was connected to my school, but I thought I'd get a little bit of experience and stuff, and I've been doing it ever since. And then I did a little bit of like modelling on like as a hobby, just on the side, and it was like TFP shoots, which is like time for portfolio, where you work with a photographer and like designers, makeup artists, and all of that sort of stuff, and you just, no one gets paid. It's just basically just to build up your portfolio, and it's just just been doing that ever since really.
Like Superwoman. What's the best film you've been featured in?
Oh God, that's really hard.
That's all right.
Oh no, featured in?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm trying to think of a feature. I've mainly done features in EastEnders. I know it's not a film. I can't think of one. I have had a few features, but
yeah, that's all right. No worries. What about as like an extra? What's the best film you've been in as like an extra?
I've worked with so many great people. Dumbo was really good to film.
Brilliant.
Eurovision as well. That was really funny because I spent about 14 days on there. And I got to meet Will Ferrell. I got to meet Dan Stevens, Rachel McAdams. And yeah, I made some really good friends on there. Still friends with them to this day. We're like Zoom parties every week. So
bloody brilliant. That is excellent. I used to work with a guy who looked like Will Ferrell. That's my claim to fame. He only looked like him, and he wasn't as funny. He tried to be as funny, but it just didn't work. It was one elf of a guy, though. They're all coming out today. And like, what would you say would drive you to be an actor? Like, what drives you to keep going and keep on with your career?
Well, it's just a really fun job. Like, I could never see myself working in like an office or a sit-down job. It's just a way to be creative and just work with other like-minded people. and you get to go to like amazing locations that you would never have the chance to go to, purely because it's locked off from the public. You have no access to go there without being an extra, unless you pay. So I've been to some amazing locations, met some amazing people. So yeah, it's just a really fun job.
Oh, excellent. That's fantastic. What's your kind of routine like as an extra or as someone who's featuring in a film or TV show, to clarify?
There's no routine at all.
No?
It's just as and when they want you.
Oh,
They'll just call you up or text you. It could be any point. So yeah,
On
it's
call.
not really a 9 to 5 job.
So you're like a superhero. You're on call at all times.
Exactly.
Excellent. And what would you say is your pre-filming routine? So is there anything you do? Is there any superstitious sort of rituals you go through at all? You pray to the Lord Almighty?
No, it's definitely not like that.
I always feel like if I was an actor, I think the thing I'd definitely do, because obviously I always mispronunciate most of my words. And I'd normally go through, like something like seashells by the seashore, just sort of say that a couple of times, get everything going. And I'd still probably get the lines wrong though. But that's my sort of thing, I'd do. Oh, brilliant. What is your most inspiring moment on set, would you say?
I don't really have any inspiring moments on set. I've probably more had inspiring moments when I was doing modelling. I worked with an organisation called Models of Diversity, which basically help people with disabilities and special needs to get into, like, to be seen into the modelling industry. And I worked with some incredible people that went through some incredible things. I did a charity catwalk thing. I can't remember where it was. I think it was in Shepherd's Bush, and it was open to the public. And there was, I don't know if you remember, there was the roller coaster accident at Alton Towers.
That's right. Yeah, that's a few years ago now, right?
Yeah, I met one of the victims there, and she was one of the models that walked down the catwalk, and it was incredible to see her. Like, I think she lost one of her legs, and she just lit up the room with her smile, and it was just incredible just to meet all of those different people that have been through these things. So we just share our stories with each other.
That's beautiful, isn't it? That's really nice.
Yeah.
It's quite inspiring as well. Those sort of people, they're the ones that sort of lift up. They light up a room, but they also lift up a community, don't they? And I think that's such a huge part. It's such a huge character, and to go through all that and still be sort of, the way they are is absolutely beautiful. It's fantastic. So just going to the next question, really, your fitness journey. What got you into fitness? Why are you such a machine nowadays? In a good way, machine. Very strong, very strong.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've always been like quite an active person, doing all my dancing and stuff like that when I was little. And I carried on doing it before I joined the gym. And I sort of didn't have a very healthy relationship with fitness or food. I was always like, I'm sure you can understand, we're probably about the same age, and we grew up around like quick diets and diet pills, diet teas, and all of that sort of stuff. I bought into that, and I did try the diet teas, the quick diets, the juicing, the like the exercising where they said like, oh, get abs in 30 days, stuff like that. I bought into that completely, and I was just doing these sort of HIIT exercises or like forms of exercise that I was not enjoying at all. It was more like a chore. It wasn't very healthy. And then I had spinal surgery as well, and I was in hospital for 2.5 weeks, and I I had to have two operations. So the first week they cut open my side and removed ribs. They deflated a lung, and then the following week they obviously fixed my back. They fixed my spine with two titanium rods and screws. And then I carried on doing dancing after that. And I just thought, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not losing weight. I'm doing all the right things. I think I'm eating reasonably healthy. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to try and look for a personal trainer. And I was searching around, and there wasn't, I think they were quite expensive, most of them. So it was obviously putting me off. I didn't feel like there was a good vibe coming from them. And obviously I told them about like my back and stuff, and they weren't, I think they were a little bit unsure whether to go forward with it, obviously if they're not trained in that sort of area. And then I spoke to one of my neighbours, who you know, Julia, across the road. And she recommended Unique Results, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I might give it a go. I've been into other gyms and I didn't feel comfortable because I just saw, you know, all these massive bodybuilders in the mirrors lifting weights, and I was like, no, not for me, definitely not. And as soon as I walked into there, and I was like, oh, this is more like it. It's completely different to any other gym. And I just started from there, and I did the nutrition plan, and I managed to lose, I think it was about a stone, and I started to gain more healthier relationship with food, which was amazing. And just ever since there, I've just loved fitness. I've just enjoyed it a lot more and found the forms of exercise that I actually enjoy.
It's really good, that place. Turns you into a bloody machine, that's for sure. There wasn't a person I was training there that wasn't at least a bit strong. Do you know what I mean? There's always that. There's an emphasis on strength training. I like that. I mean, there's some really inspiring characters there, that's for sure. It's really, really good. And obviously, it changed me as a trainer, made me funnier.
Yeah, sure.
I tried to be funnier. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's amazing. And there's so many fads out there, and I do agree. Like, I feel like we are one of the generations that started to see it a lot more. There's so many six-pack shortcuts, and I used to follow a guy, and I mentioned him last week, called Mike Chang, and he was the same. He was big, sort of like on, oh, you do your six-pack shortcut. This will get you a six-pack in 6 weeks, and it's like, it won't, mate. Like, I can get a six-pack for $2.99 down Tesco's. That's cheaper. But he was proper, like, it was really quick fix, and they're still going around now. I mean, I remember someone I went to university with, and she was a gymnast, and she was on the diet shakes, and she was really slim, but she was on diet shakes. You sort of looking and going, oh, that don't look too good. Hopefully she's not on that anymore. But there's so many fads out there, and I think where you found the right place where, you know, you were taught nutrition perfectly, and it's best to always find, I'm going on a bit of a David Brent here, I always find with nutrition itself, it's almost like the old saying, this is a bit Bible-y, teach a man how to, show a man how to fish. Let me do that again. So fish for a man, he'll feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you'll feed him for life. And I think it's the same with nutrition, isn't it? I think if you are taught by your trainer how to actually look after your diet and such, it stands you in great stead, even beyond your training sessions and stuff. And it's so important. Exactly. So important. So what's your fitness journey looking like now then? What we deadlifting? 125, 140?
I wish. I haven't deadlifted. No. I haven't deadlifted in a while. So it's really annoying. I want to go back to the gym. I haven't done any like hanging, like fixed arm, what's it called? Flexed arm hang.
Oh, flexed arm hang.
That kind of stuff. I haven't done that in a while, in about a year. So I have got like a, what's it called that you deadlift? Not a track bar, barbell. The other one. A barbell. I've got a barbell. I haven't got enough plates to put on it.
Now you're just showing off, you say. That's brilliant. It's hard, isn't it? It's adjusting as well. I mean, how have you found like your sort of training during lockdown? Let's say even just from the beginning. Did you get into it straight away, or was it a little bit of effort to begin with? Or?
It wasn't actually that bad. I was really getting into it at the start.
Mm.
Like I borrowed like a spinning bike from the gym. I borrowed all this equipment, and I was really getting to spinning. And I never really liked spinning that much. Like it
Mm.
was always quite difficult for me. Because I'm more of like strength and resistance.
Mm.
So I always found it very difficult. But I really got into spinning during lockdown,
Mm.
which is great. But don't have a bike anymore, so
Oh
so
no.
it has slowed down a bit. But that's
Mm.
lockdown for you. I
It's all
think it's
right. You
just
have
gone
to get
on
on
for
those hill
too long
runs.
now.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, because I've seen a hell of a massive influx of runners lately, and I must admit, it's great. It's also annoying because you have to bop and weave out of everyone, sort of thing. So I suppose it's helping my footwork and that. What's your goals when you do go back to the gym? There, is there anything sort of like before lockdown that you had planned, like with regards to your deadlifting or your tactical strength training?
I mean, I would have liked to have done the tactical strength challenge this year. Maybe go for 95 kilograms on
Oh,
deadlift.
good.
Maybe that would be amazing.
That is
um,
fantastic.
yeah, hopefully I can get back into that. So
Mm. So for the viewers that don't know, tactical strength is a strong first run strength training event. Almost completely lost that. And it's an event. So for ladies, it is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a 5-minute snatch test with, I believe, a kettlebell of 12 kilograms. Is there a 10 kilogram in there as well?
I think, yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
I can't
I went
remember.
for the
It's so
12,
long ago.
so.
So that's a 5-minute snatch test. Then you've got your flexed arm hang if you're a lady, or if you're a man, then obviously you do pull-ups. Then, of course, as well as that, you've got your maximal sort of deadlift. So the order it goes in is maximal deadlift, pull-ups, and then snatch, I do believe. Oh, the snatch was horrible for me. Blimey. That's an innuendo.
Oh.
But yeah, that's a horrible exercise, that one. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's some great programs out there as well. Like I remember following a pull-up program that helped quite a bit, a deadlift program, and then a snatch one as well. It was like almost confining the three into sort of, one big program itself. That was amazing. Didn't feel amazing at the time, but bloody did once you've done it, that's for sure. That's exactly it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, my hands were really sore after that snatch.
What would you what's your advice to anyone starting out, like in the gym, especially in particular sort of women?
I would say do your research, find a place that you are comfortable in, because obviously there's a lot of guys out there that are just, bodybuilding, and you might feel a little bit uncomfortable being like around them and stuff, like you're not able to do the weights that you want because of them. But don't let that put you off if you don't have an access to a gym like Elite Results. Don't be afraid. Like it's none of their business. You do your thing, do what you want to do, lift how heavy you want. Don't let anybody judge you for it. So yeah.
Just a little disclaimer: don't go straight into doing 100 kilo deadlifts. Not straight away.
No, definitely not. Work up to that.
But you're right about the atmosphere, isn't it? I mean, I was reading a book recently by James Smith, and he talks, one of his main points, and funnily enough, I also read a book about Tyson Fury. You know about Tyson Fury, boxer?
Yeah.
And they both talk about environment and how important environment is, not just for you to grow, but also for your sort of mental health and stability. And I think, especially with regards to a gym like Unit Results, you're keeping yourself in a nice, tight-knit community. Everyone's looking out for you. And I think that's what's really positive. And you grow a lot more from that, don't you? Because you feel you can jump out your comfort zone a little bit more. You can venture into the heavier weights or the different complex movements, and you won't be judged by it. And I think that's what's really, really good. And it's what makes a community, and also what makes an individual grow a lot more, especially from a PT, personal training point of view. It's so key. So key. Have you had any sort of like tough times during your training, like anything that's been like a challenge and an obstacle that you perhaps wasn't too sure if you get past? Apart
I
from my
mean,
terrible jokes.
yeah, apart from that, I mean, I never thought I would be lifting the weights I'm lifting now, ever.
Mm.
I mean, if my surgeon saw me now, he might kill me. But as long as you're doing carefully, it's absolutely fine.
100%.
But yeah, I never thought I would lift the weights I'd be lifting. I mean, at the last tactical strength challenge that we did, when I lifted that 90, I felt so emotional after it because I just imagined when I was lifting the weights up, I was just before I was about to lift it up, everything flashed before my eyes, like what I've been through, and that like drove me to do it. And I just got really emotional afterwards. Like, never thought I would do that. So yeah, that was like a last minute decision to do the 90. So I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, I remember that so vividly, that one. That was amazing. It's quite an empowering moment as well, isn't it? I think that's one thing about weights that's brilliant, is it is so empowering, you know, to get into as well. Yeah, that was amazing. I remember that. That was incredible. Great event, that. Are you looking to do that again in the future?
Oh, I really hope so, because it's such a fun event. It's just it's community as well. It's everyone pushes you to do well, and it's great. It's not like a competition where you're up against other people. It's you're trying to do your best, better than you've done before. So yeah.
Is there any you ever, like, I suppose you did use a lot of sort of physiotherapy when you're sort of recovering from your operations and such. Is there anything in particular that they did?
I didn't have any rehabilitation or anything like that. I wasn't offered it. I think it's because I did a lot of fitness before, so I was quite fit before. I had a little bit of physio in the hospital, like they teach you to sit up and get out of bed, and they try to get you standing up quite quickly after the surgery, but that was about it.
So you turned into Terminator as of now as well, with the lifts you've got. So your maximal lift was 90 kilograms. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? That's so good. What was the flexed arm hacks? If I remember correctly, you could do a chin up or two, couldn't you?
No.
Is that me just forcing you to do it?
No, I could not do that at all. No, I managed to do it on set once.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Yeah. I remember sort of forcing you to do one. I got the bands out and everything. Oh, great times. It's excellent. So the closing question I just want to ask you, just diverting back onto your acting / modelling career. What's your advice to anyone who's aspiring to become an actor, extra, and or model?
Probably be kind to yourself. If you're looking to get into the acting industry or the modelling industry, it can be quite taxing on the mental health, because you get a lot of rejection. So you do need to build quite a thick skin for it. You're not going to get every job you apply for. So just be kind to yourself. It's tough. It's not an easy career to get into. So just remember that you are good enough, and the right job will come along that you'll be absolutely perfect for. So just be patient and kind.
Fantastic. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I've really appreciated your time. I hope everyone in the views has enjoyed it as well. Feel free to like and subscribe, anyone who is new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. God bless and peace.